do the shout out in the song?
Pretty much, I don't know if J. Cole actually did something to help his wherever he grew up from, but at least through his music, a lot of times he talks about how these expensive watches, these are all materialistic possessions. They don't really mean much because back home, where they actually grew up from, like their family, they're struggling while they're themselves enjoying their own success. Like he talks about it a lot. So anyway, the hook of the song is all we want to do is take the chains off. All we want to do is be free. So that pretty much says that they're not asking for much. All they want is to be equal with everybody else. All they want to be is like to be themselves pretty much. They're not asking to be above or anything, but they want to be themselves. And most important, this line. And through this line, you can see it shows his frustration. There's no drink out there that can numb my soul. It shows his frustration and disappointment, which I think is a really powerful line. Thanks. And so pretty much, J. Cole also mentioned during the song, he mentioned how when Obama was elected, the African American community had high hopes. That's what we were talking about yesterday. But then J. Cole, he's mentioned that maybe Obama had good intentions, but because the system of America, pretty much, like there's one line, they let our brothers see the ship and never told him that the ship was sinking, pretty much talking about how they let Obama be the president, but America itself is already following, so he is kind of the scapegoat behind all of this. And a man can dream, can't he? No disrespect in terms of change I haven't seen any. It's really straightforward. He's talking about how after the election, nothing has changed. There's still struggles. There's still race struggles, still class struggles, and everything. Okay, and then now we're going to talk about a different issue, completely different issue. Talk about same love, gay marriage, and other stuff. So this song, it's pretty famous. I think a lot of you heard of it before. To show it first.
Oh, I love this song.
It's also really.
This is the non-radio version.
Okay, this is the original.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Sure. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant. But those that like the same sex had the characteristics. The right-wing conservatives think it's a decision, and you can be cured with some treatment in religion. Man-made rewiring of a predisposition, playing God. Oh nah, here we go. America the brave still fears what we don't know. God loves all his children, it's somehow forgotten, but we paraphrase a book written 3,500 years ago. I don't know.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
If I was gay, I would think hip-hop hates me. Have you read the YouTube comments lately? Man that's gay gets dropped on a daily. We become so numb to what we're saying. A culture founded from oppression, yet we don't have acceptance for it. Calling to the faggots behind the keys of a message board. A word rooted in hate, yet our genre still ignores it. Gay is synonymous with the lesser. It's the same hate that's caused wars for religion, gender, skin color, the complexion of your pigment. The same fight that led people to walkouts and sit-ins. It's human rights for everybody. There is no difference. Live on and be yourself. When I was in church, they taught me something else. If you preach hate at the service, those words aren't anointed. And holy water that you soak in is then poison. When everyone else is more comfortable remaining voiceless rather than fighting for humans that have had their rights stolen. I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, my love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
We press play, don't press pause. Progress march on, with the veil over our eyes. We turn our back on the cause, till the day that my uncles can be united by law. The kids are walking around the hallway, plagued by pain in their heart. A world so hateful, some would rather die than be who they are. And a certificate on paper isn't gonna solve it all, but it's a damn good place to start. No law is gonna change us. We have to change us. Whatever God you believe in, we come from the same one. Strip away the fear, underneath it's all the same love. About time that we raised up.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Not crying on love is patient. Not crying on love is kind. Not crying on love is patient. Not crying on love is kind. Not crying on love is patient. Not crying on love is kind. Not crying on love is patient. Love is kind.
Give us a round of applause, there, guys. And now we'll go back.
Okay, so I think pretty much you guys pretty much understand what the song meant. Let's just see. So, anyways, Macklemore himself, he announced that he's not gay, but he supports it. So he says that there's no fault in supporting it, even though you're not part of it. You know, and so anyways, the whole concept of homosexuality has been ignored in music until he pretty much mentioned it and brought it back to.
And Frank Ocean.
Yeah, Frank Ocean. But I'm talking about hip hop. Okay, anyways, and I can't change even if I try, even if I wanted to. It's pretty much pretty straightforward. You guys understand? And I think this picture is really powerful. As lyrics from the song, I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom until we're equal, damn right, and supported. So in the beginning of the song, if you guys remember, he was mentioning stereotypes that he could draw, keep his room straight, and his uncle was gay. Pretty much he thought he was gay. This is like society created these stereotypes. And then pretty much, if you think about it, it even influences people in third grade. People, young kids, they start worrying about themselves, you know, because of these stereotypes. So it's kind of fucked up. Anyway, and then he talks about how on the media and internet and social media, they're promoting the worst of the youth, gay and faggot. And like and then the worst part is they do it behind the message board, which is like being a coward and being offensive to other people over something that is not in real life. It's social media. And then also he talks about how people sometimes use religion to go against homosexuality. And he says it's so hypocritical that he mentions that people who believe gay marriage should not be allowed due to religious reasons are unreasonable, and the whole religious reasoning is hypocritical. If you preach hate at the service, those words are anointed. That holy water that you soak in has been poisoned. The last line is talking about how, yeah.
Well, also, like, if you read the Bible, 2 lines above when it says, like, to lie with a man is, like, it's disgraceful. It says, like, eating shrimp is also disgraceful.
So don't listen to it.
So it's like, if you've ever eaten shrimp, you're damned to hell also.
Yeah.
Is it the same with the ham and stuff?
Yeah, it's like all this stuff. And like a lot of historians have said the reason why that was in there was because of like there was like a starve in the population where it wasn't growing, so they wanted people to have more children, so they wrote in the Bible that.
Also, wasn't it like in this very specific town, like
Yeah.
where they had that, and it
Mhm.
wasn't like, it was because like the town had
Jesus never said anything about.
Yeah, like the town had gone crazy or something.
Is it Sodom? You talking about Sodom?
So anyways, so this song actually like influenced me because personally like I didn't really before I listened to this song I didn't really care for it. Like to be honest I didn't really care for gay rights until like this song really changed the thought like because personally I'm not gay but how like telling you how like oh even if you're not you can still support it. Pretty much I learned a lot from this song.
Alright, guys. Don't worry, talk about a lot of bad things, but however, there's some positive energy within society. The current hip hop, my man, Simon, he had this rap to vote, and initially it was like the tagline, register, vote, and respect, and represent. So basically, as young people, you can represent your culture and vote and choose your own candidate for presidency. And eventually, he also made some submit action network, took action to encourage people to vote. It worked. It's a 90% increase from 2000 to 2004, well, the presidential election. So 9% is a lot. So Robert Johnson, so the CEO of the Black Entertainment Television, he spent a lot of money on like promoting drives to encourage people to vote, and bet the same thing. And there's some schools help the people from low poverty area to become a community activist, corporate teacher, corporate leader and teacher, and to basically develop leadership skill. So in 2004 election, he like says, the vote or die campaign. In 2008, TI voter registration campaign, respect my vote. So they're all good efforts. So there's some hip hop politician out there. This guy's Rocka, and this guy, I call him KK because I can't even pronounce his name. This guy is from mayor from Detroit, and those people they all publicly acknowledge that they love hip hop, and hip hop communities helped them out with their campaign, and they got elected. So here, check it out. It's my YouTube video, YouTube channel. It's my cruise YouTube channel, and that's me right there. And then check it out. If you click on YouTube, Zhuge Breakers, you can see more about me. And then next.
Wait, there's a no. Click on your light. Yeah, click
Oh,
on that.
that's oh my god.
Come on.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Is this like dancing? Oh, he's dancing. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
And then come back.
So, speaking of shout-outs, this is I was performing in a concert in California. There's my group. You can see me in the
We
middle.
want to hear it.
It's explicit. You can't.
Oh,
If you want to hear it, if you want to hear it, if you want to hear it, talk to me afterwards, and I can like freestyle something for you.
Hey, talk to them. Take a verse.
Later.
All right.
Okay, what about during the break?
I could freestyle something for you guys later, but not right now.
So here, let's give it a shout out. Shout out to my bro, Edgar, for assisting me in his cooperation. And shout out for Tony, who's not here. Shout out for Michael Eric Dyson for his central idea. He's the central idea of this presentation. He's from Georgetown, by the way. And shout out for Andy for educating us about a Hollywood review of the important issue of social issues critically and radically. And shout out to all just Student Justice Academy faculties and peers for giving us that was a mistake. For having accepted me here. Thank you all. If you want to learn more about hip hop, here's some recommendation for you. Michael Eric Dyson know what I mean. Jeffrey Prince can't stop, won't stop. John Jackson's impolite conversation and real blackness. And I can't even know this guy's name. So how capitalism on the developed hip hop, people's history of political rap. And there's a NPR can hip hop change the style of politics. Check it out if you're interested in hip hop. And then thanks for listening. And that's my information. If you want to talk to me about hip hop, email me, talk to me afterwards. Thank you.
Any questions? And no, we haven't had a discussion because we're part of. So let's discuss.
How do you guys feel about like white people in hip hop and people like appropriating black hip hop culture and people like Eminem and Macklemore and Iggy Azalea winning like these rap awards?
Right, we are Asian, right? And we love hip hop, right? So that's something.
Why does hip hop have to be associated with one race only, right?
Right. If I'll give a quick example. Ready? You know Shakespeare, right? British people. Who's Shakespeare, right? Shakespeare. You know Shakespeare, right? And I'm sure he's not Italian, right? I'm sure he's not Italian. He read a lot about Italian stuff.
Alright, sure.
Okay. So the reason, the reason why it's associated with one race is because it was started by one race, black people.
Mhm.
Now I'm not gonna go ahead and appreciate hip hop music, be a part of it, but don't try and own it. You're coming into a different culture.
No, hip hop goes around the world. You see, even though black people originate hip hop, however, it's an art form. Art is to embrace everybody.
No,
I have
yeah,
an example.
embrace it. That's what I'm saying. Embrace it, but don't try and own it. Iggy Azalea, I used to support her.
Wait,
Yeah, she's
is
really
there a
horrible. I
problem
used to
with them
support her
having
when she was still underground. But now I'm seeing her in the media talking about oh yeah, people are just jealous because I'm on the top of the rap game or whatever. But
She doesn't even write her own stuff.
it's horrible.
I hope she doesn't. I hope she doesn't write her own stuff. It'd be more embarrassing if she did.
I think the point with that is when hip hop artists who aren't black try to associate themselves with the black experience and struggles that black people face, that's kind of when you try to talk about something as if you've experienced that in your own life, just because it's associated with the genre, I think that's where the issue is. But like Michelle was saying, if you love hip hop and want to be a part of it, want to embrace it, that's fine. You just can't fake it.
I think
I feel
one of the
no white artists try to.
Who's his name? Go for it.
There's a great, amazing music video called Hip Hop for the World, where hip hop artists all over the world did this together. So everyone should really check it out. If we have time, we can listen to it now. It's called Hip Hop for the World.
Alright, we'll do it after the
It's a bunch of, I think it's 5 or 6 different countries. It's really amazing, and it really talks about all of this, how each person has their own story behind hip hop.
So they were talking about something else, or at least the first question I think was by Shannon. It's not that people of other races can't rap or anything. It's appropriating the culture, and it's not just black culture. It's white girls wearing bindis and white people getting dreads. Your hair can't even support dreads. Things of that nature. We're appropriating the culture. How are you don't even know what bindis are for.
Yeah, I hate
And getting bullshit head for $5 at the shore.
It's an Indian thing.
Like calling her trash.
And then oh yeah, even saying nigga. Why do you think that people that aren't black can say the word nigga? Why are people comfortable with that?
Don't talk to Steven afterwards.
No, but I'm asking you about appropriating culture. There's a difference between appreciating and being part of a culture and appropriating it.
Okay.
So I think another issue is you guys know, of course you guys know Eminem, and then he had feuds with Ja Rule and other people, 50 Cent, and all the people. They always call him white trash. You don't even belong in this genre. That's pretty much a feud. What?
50 Cent,
50 Cent.
Yeah. Okay. Eminem has accomplished 10 times more than 50 Cent has. 50 Cent's the only argument against Eminem is that he's white. He shouldn't belong in this music. Go make
But then you have people like Iggy Azalea who has songs that say get on my slave ship, you're my slave bitch, and is literally whipping black people.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like the fuck?
So
Like,
here,
She walks over
This-
like a glass thing where black people are under
No,
and one of
yes.
them.
Yeah, her
So
music
here-
video. Wait, I have a
so
question
here,
about this.
current hip hop. It's going downhill. People say that right now, people are not really respecting hip hop as they once did 20 years ago.
I agree with that.
Right now, hip hop is going downhill because all the corporation is
Hip-hop is dead.
well, kind of dead, yes. But however, we're in the future. Really, hip hop is of course it's black people like invented it. It's a great art. I respect it a lot. I read a lot of book about it. And however, I feel like Ray, I got you. Don't worry. Yeah. I feel like hip hop. What's different between now and back then is that we're together. We're not just. Remember what the person said yesterday? Everybody would originate as an African. So we're all African. Maybe 2,000 years ago. So we're all together. Why, like in the face, in the views of the art, why we see race as such an important thing. We're all together. We're all the same. In front of art, we're good. If you love the culture, it's everybody.
Okay. Go ahead. I just wanted to say is that like just the whole thing about like Iggy and what everyone was saying, like obviously she's just like a horrible, I don't even want to call her a rap artist because I don't think she is, but like the thing is I hate to say it, but it's not us in this room, but it's like we as society are making this, are giving her attention, or making her popular. I mean, Fancy won a Grammy, right? I mean, that's a joke. So we just shouldn't even give her like, any attention. Like, everyone in here has heard of, almost everyone in here has heard of Iggy Azalea. Like, raise your hand if you've ever heard of Dead Prez. Dead Prez. One person, right? I wish everyone in here had heard of Dead Prez. That's the stuff that everyone should be rapping about. Not everyone, but that's their experience. That's what they've experienced in life. They are like incredibly gifted political rappers. Their albums are incredible. I hope everyone should listen to them. And it's just a shame that no one's heard of them. So I think it's on us to listen to actual rap music instead of people like Iggy Azalea.
Well, there's this thing going on right now with Nicki Minaj because apparently for the VMAs, like the music video awards, I don't know which music video it was.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't nominated, and so
It was Marie
Claire. Marie Claire wrote this article about it, and it was like, to put it simply, when Britney Spears got naked and covered herself in sequins for Toxic, she was nominated for Best Music Video Award. When Emily got naked next to Robin Thicke in Blurred Lines, he was nominated for Best Music Video. When Miley Cyrus stripped off and broke a million health and safety rules by riding a piece of construction equipment, she wasn't just nominated for Best Music Video of the Year, she won it. All of the above videos have been controversial, but they were acknowledged by the industry for their impact nevertheless. But as soon as Nicki Minaj, whose black body deviates from Caucasian beauty standards, dares to own her culture and dance in similarly provocative fashion, it's glossed over and relegated to sideline categories of female and hip hop. So yeah, that's
I think that's a horrible argument. I think you really okay. Who actually thinks the Anaconda music video deserved to get any award?
I'm not compared to Wrecking Ball.
What do you guys like about it?
I don't think it's any.
I mean, there's big butts.
Well, I don't get how much any different.
No, but it's not the other, like,
No, but black people won the award before. I think.
Not for music, like doing like, I don't know.
I don't think it's
Yeah, literally lyrics that people, like, have you seen how Lord Lenny literally uses the same lyrics that people, like, say towards their rapists? Like, I don't.
Right, but I mean, it's like, I think you're gonna, I wouldn't use that.
But also how we're talking about Iggy Azalea so much winning all these awards when Nicki has it, and my opinion, she's a way better rap artist. And so she posted this on Instagram and said, "Thank you so much, nothing to do with any of the woman, but everything to do with the system that doesn't credit black women for their contributions to pop culture as freely, quickly as they reward others. We are huge trendsetters, not second-class citizens that get thrown crumbs. This isn't anger, this is information. It's all love to MTV, kisses to my fans, thank you for my 3-month nomination."
But she's like she's such a prolific artist and makes so much money. Like I don't even know why she cares. Like she.
Because why does it no one cares? Yeah, it's not about the money.
It's not about recognition, it's about recognition.
Not only that, she really body shames skinny girls in her video. Like she's like.
Yeah, but so does Megan Trainor. She got nominated for a Grammy.
Why were you even thinking?
So does.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I agree that.
I don't think Megan Trainor deserves the award either.
If Iggy Azalea wins an award, Nicki Minaj should win.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
Can we just listen to like no rap music?